Welcome to another episode of the Respect and Pray Show with yours truly, Mike Medina, Triple M. And on this episode, I have someone who I've known for over a decade. And to be honest with you, I don't think this guy is normal whatsoever. And the reason I say that is because I don't know how in the hell this guy has the time to watch so many movies, so many shows, documentaries, go to the movie theaters, post so many stuff on his film page on Instagram, critiquing the movies. Like, I don't know how this guy does it, but he must have he must be a cheat code or something. But to be honest with you, I respect his work ethic, his hustle, his commitment to wanting to provide us, the audience, how he feels about a certain movie, a certain show. And he does it so eloquently. He's very expressive. He's very honest about his opinion. And there's been times where I discovered so many movies and shows that I never even heard of because of him. So, and it's not just about the stuff that is happening right now, but his knowledge goes all the way to old classic Hollywood films. So I needed to have this person for this episode, and you guys will be tuning in and finding out more about where his passion for love and talking about movies came from, and you're about to see it in just a few moments. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the prolific film cinephile / film reviewer, Giancarlo Sanchez. Gene, thank you for joining me today.
It's a pleasure to be here, Mike. Thank you for having me. I'm doing good.
We've known each other for over a decade now, and one of the things that we have in common is our love for movies. When did you knew that you wanted to talk about movies, and what movies made an impact on you?
Always loved movies, but really, my friends used to always tell me, "Oh, write movies, start a movie page." You know me for a long time, so I would always just like write little mini reviews on my regular page, and then my boy Chris Rubio, who's an actor now, he told me like, "Yeah, you gotta do your page on." Just the way he really said it, just like kind of hit me like, "Yeah, I should do it." And as per the movie that really like gave me a passion for movies, as weird as it is, I'll say it's Poltergeist. Like, I remember, it's probably like the first movie I remember having vivid memories of seeing. So that just made me fall in love with cinema. And then after that, just been a good run. As I don't know if you saw when I posted my letterbox, I have seen 6,840 movies in my life. So yes, a lot of movies I've seen since the age of 3.
Where did you get the name Merc with the Movies?
Well, that was actually all Jenny's doing. Can't take any credit for that. I was having a hard time coming up with a name, and she knew that I liked Deadpool, so it was just like Merc with the Movies.
Yes. Shout out to Jen. For those of you who don't know, Jen is Gene's fiance, so I just want to acknowledge her for coming up with the name. It's such a brilliant name to have for your IG page. Why did it take you so long to create an Instagram page? Were you hesitate? You weren't too sure? I mean, what was the reason?
Well, that has to do a lot with what I said, going back to my friend Chris Rubio, my longtime friend. It just kind of hit me. It wasn't that I was hesitant. Just like when I first started my movie pages, like movie Instagrams weren't that popular. There was a few pages I did follow, but it wasn't something like the way it is now, where it's like I feel like there's a whole internet film community per se. So it was just more like I just needed that push to finally do it. Like I used to do little things in my regular page, but I just never thought about it much. Like I had done like blogs and stuff when I was in college, but yeah, I needed a little push, and it's one of the best decisions I ever made because I love doing my page.
We certainly can't please everyone when you have an honest opinion about a particular movie or a TV show. How do you respond, or how do you feel when you receive negative comments on social media? How do you deal with it?
Actually, I love the negative comments because one, that's the beauty of like, just like having an opinion, reading a page. But I do get a kick when people have negative opinion because I have a mouth on me, so I sometimes tend to have fresh comebacks. But it's always fun just because I love just seeing people's different opinion. I usually am respectful unless somebody says I'm stupid or tries to call me any funny shit for giving a movie a 4.5 or something, even if they disagree too much.
Cold World, The Sideline Story, or Forest Hills Drive?
2014 Forest Hill Drive.
Oz or Sons of Anarchy?
Oz, of course.
Glorious Bastards or Django Unchained?
Inglourious Basterds, easy one.
It Was Written or The Blueprint One?
The Blueprint Volume 1.
Seinfeld or Friends?
Seinfeld, my favorite sitcom, favorite show of all time, actually.
Last but not least, and these are two of my favorite actors, Al Pacino or Robert De Niro?
Robert De Niro, aka Bobby Milk.
Gene is also a big hip hop fan. You had the opportunity to meet J. Cole back in 2011 for an album signing. How was that moment like?
It felt so real. He's my favorite rapper that's came up the last 15 years. I mean, my Instagram name, my main page is Gene Cole. Obvious reasons. It was surreal, of course, because I was like the first rapper I met in person. But it was very chill because he's very humble. He signed my CD, of course. He had signed my 2 copies, and then he signed a copy for my friend. I told him it was her birthday, and he was very generous about it. And I've gone to meet him 2 more times for 2 more album signings. Just one of the most genuine and humble celebrities I ever met.
What's been the best compliment that you've received so far?
It's hard to say what's the best compliment I've gotten, but I get a lot of good ones. Like how I keep people in the loop with certain movies, like how they would be lost without my because I post everything, as you know. I post indie movies, foreign film, TV, the most obscure films you could find. I love everything. So compliments like that, and I've also loved just the friendships I've built. With Journey Through Cinema, Updates in Cinema, my boy Dave, who runs Real Talk, who's allowed me to write for his website, and I've also been podcasting with him here and there. So, just compliments they give me encourage me to continue my path.
So what's the future for Merc with the Movies? Or any other plans that you want to disclose at this very moment?
I'm not too sure what the future holds for me, per se. Just obviously continue to do my page because I really do enjoy it. As people know, I post 20 newses a day. But, I do podcasts with my boy David, as I mentioned, who runs Real Talk. So, I enjoy doing that. Hopefully I could do it more on a permanent basis with him. That's what we're working on that. So hopefully it goes through. If I ever, as you've noticed from this interview, I'm a little camera shy. So, maybe if one day I get rid of it, I might start a YouTube channel, which a lot of people have told me. And part of me obviously does want that because it will allow me to do longer, more detailed reviews. So hopefully in the future there could be a Merc with the Movies YouTube page, which will help me with screeners as well, which is good. And maybe just get recognized for my writing. Hopefully maybe land a job somewhere where I get paid to watch all the movies I watch.
Mr. Sanchez, you're an absolute beast. I don't know how do you do it, posting so much content about the movies and shows and documentaries that you watch, whether it's online streaming or going to a theater. I don't know how you do it because it's not just the new stuff, but it's also the classic stuff. So it's the past, the present, the future that you always provide us with your knowledge. So I salute you, man. Like I said, this platform is to give people their flowers while they're still here. And, much respect to you, man. And I have no doubt that the future is in great hands because we need a Roger Ebert 2.0. You know what? Scratch that. you're not a Roger Ebert 2.0. You're Giancarlo Sanchez. You'll be the first Giancarlo Sanchez to transcend in how to critique movies and review them. So I'm looking forward to more of what you'll be doing in the future. Well, that does it for this episode of the Respect and Pray Show. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode. And like I always say, have mutual respect, mutual love, and mutual admiration. Until next time.